Hello and welcome to another episode of the UCLA Bruins Insider Podcast. As always, I'm your host, Connor Moreno, lead writer for UCLA Bruins on SI. And today kind of was another slow news day. There hasn't been another media availability yet at UCLA's camp. So hopefully we get that in a couple days, and we'll have a ton of new news to talk about. But given that, I just wanted to go ahead and continue this kind of depth chart roundup that we've been doing, kind of breaking down every position and whatnot. The positions that we've gone through are quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end, and linebackers. Corners as well. I'm not too sure if I said corners, but that leaves us with safeties, offensive line, defensive line, and maybe special teams. I don't know if I want to do a whole podcast on special teams, but who knows? We'll see what happens. So today we're going to go into the offensive line. It's a deep roster, so we'll get into it real quick. Deep position group. So without further ado, let's go ahead and go into the depth chart for the offensive. So we have the offensive tackles here. Let me actually pull up the offensive line as well. Probably should have prepped for this. Offensive. Do that one. Okay, yeah, so we have the offensive line. It is a deep position group, so we'll go ahead and kind of rank the top 10. Of course, number one, we have Gary DiGiorgio. He's a right tackle, redshirt senior, and ahead of his final season of eligibility. He's been UCLA's most consistent figure in the offensive line for the last 3 seasons, and kind of the offense in general for the last 3 seasons. He's been a staple. He's a fan favorite. He's a 4-year letterman in Westwood and a 3-year starter. Of the 39 games he's appeared in, he started in 38 of them. Very prominent figure, and he's bound to have a really big year. I do think that this offensive line group for UCLA is going to be one of the more important position groups, especially when it comes to injuries. There have been a few reported injuries at training camp for players. They haven't been made official yet, but we'll get to those players when we get to them. That's Gary DiGiorgio. Up next, we have a transfer, Julian Armella. He's slotted in as your right guard. He's a redshirt junior. He's a former 4-star talent out of Florida. It didn't take long for the Bruins to acquire him out of Florida State. He announced his transfer commitment quickly after visiting Westwood. He's starting at right guard. He is bound to be, obviously we have him at number 2, so he's going to be one of UCLA's most prominent figures on the offensive line, right behind DiGiorgio. When camp started, Deshaun Foster said that Julian will probably be, a right guard, left guard, kind of moving between the two. Obviously, we predict him to be at right guard. I'm assuming that's where he's going to be come the first game of the season. So up next we have Cortland Ford, and Cortland Ford is one of the players that Bruin Report Online kind of tweeted at earlier today that who wasn't practicing at camp on Tuesday. So might be an injury, might not. We'll see what happens. Maybe they're just keeping him out for precautionary instances. I'm sure we'll get an update soon. But Ford he's a redshirt senior, another transfer. He's slotted in at left tackle. He comes to UCLA by way of Kentucky and USC, 6'6", 327 pounds. He announced his commitment to the Bruins in December. He played in just 15 games for Kentucky over the last 2 seasons after dealing with a wrist injury that limited him to 2 games last season. So he's coming off injury. He himself has a good amount to prove ahead of this season, much like a lot of the players on UCLA. So that's Cortland Ford. And up next is another person that Bruin Report Online reported was not participating. Ruben Unije, He is another transfer, no, another returner, I should say, former transfer. Redshirt senior. He's kind of backing up at tackle, might play some left guard. He has tremendous upside had tremendous upside in his first season with the Bruins last year before going down with a season-ending injury after playing just 4 games. With the addition of Ford, familiarity of Garrett DiGiorgio, Unije being a former Houston and Louisville enrollee, he's projected to be the first tackle off the bench if he doesn't get slotted into that left guard position, which, by the way, at left guard, number 5, we have Eugene Brooks. He is a redshirt freshman, probably the youngest on the starting offensive line. He comes to Westwood by way of Oklahoma, and not only bolsters UCLA's offensive line right now, but pretty much the future of UCLA's offensive line. Redshirt freshman, still has 4 years of eligibility remaining. He's currently projected to back up Akin Shilo, despite having starter-level talent. He's a 4-star out of high school, so he has tremendous upside as a Bruin. Let's move on to the center, probably the one of maybe 2 positions on the offensive line that has a for sure day 1 starter. That's going to most likely be the starter for the rest of the season. Sam Yoon, redshirt junior, another returner. He started UCLA's last 8 games of the season at center last year. Season before that, he appeared in just 4 games. Aside from his on-field impact, though, he's routinely stood out in the classroom. At the UCLA Football Awards banquet last season, he was awarded the Ed Coach K. Kazarian Award for the highest GPA on the team. So, on the field, off the field, he's a stud, and definitely someone that you want leading that offensive line. Up next, at left guard, we have Oluwafontu Akinchilo. He's a redshirt senior, projected to start at left guard unless Eugene Brooks kind of beats him out for it. He transferred from Iowa State to UCLA ahead of last season, but sat out due to injury. He enters this season with probably 1 year of eligibility. It's projected as UCLA's starting left guard. Number 8, we have Noah Puliali. He is a center guard. But he's going to be a backup. He's a redshirt senior. He's been a career backup for UCLA in 4 seasons, despite entering Westwood as a 4-star recruit in the class of 2021. He committed to Westwood in August of 2020 and was the 19th ranked interior offensive lineman in his recruiting class. In his final year of eligibility, Puliali is slotted as the 3rd-string center behind Yoon and Walker. At number 9, we have K.D. Arnold. He's a tackle. He's a junior. He was never really able to find his footing with Jack State, despite playing quite a bit. In Westwood, he'll likely be backing up DiGiorgio at right tackle. With 2 seasons of eligibility remaining, he could, slot in once DiGiorgio leaves Westwood. So something to look out for. He could go, play left tackle, maybe some interior, but we'll see. Mostly he's going to be backup. That leads us to our number 10 offensive lineman, Yutaka Mahi. He's a right guard, right tackle. He's going to play on the right side of the offensive line. He's a redshirt senior. He did play in all 12 games last season for UCLA, but it was mostly on special teams. He did start 2 games at left tackle, though. He's kind of slotted, projected deep in the depth chart at right tackle. Although he did look good in spring ball. So if he does look good in fall as well, he could be, boosted up that depth chart. And so, yeah, that's going to do it for the offensive line this episode. We'll see what tomorrow's episode is going to be. I'm thinking later this week we're going to talk to Kevin Hicks. He reports for Arizona State on SI. And we're going to kind of talk about the basketball team having a home-and-home series with Arizona State, so that'll be a fun conversation. I don't know what tomorrow's topic is going to be, but we'll figure it out. So, yeah, thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and we'll see you tomorrow.